Since its release in 2018, Sea of Thieves has changed dramatically, starting off as this bleak, bare-bones world with nothing but castaway chests and open sea, to this now rich, full world with millions of ways to enjoy the game, no matter your style of play. Today, I'm going to cover all of Sea of Thieves' most game-changing updates to show you just how far the game has come, and some of these might shock you. I'm going to be listing these in chronological order, so bear with me as we get into the meat of the sandwich. Let me know in the comments if there's an update you think should have made the list, or if you generally just disagree with some on the list. And remember, I'm doing an Obsidian capstone giveaway, so make sure to check the description to get your entries in. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I'm only kidding, I wish it was. The first update we're going to be talking about, Raid Shadow Legends, is a free-to-play PC and mobile AAA quality MMORPG game. Raid is an incredible universe with hundreds of different champions and millions of countless tactics to take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. Each champion is equipped with their own faction, unique skills, and personal lore. And today I want to tell you about some of my favourites. Yasala the Mourner is by far one of the most OP champions in my opinion, and is definitely a closet legendary, with a skill that debilitates enemies, decreasing their attack and boosting all of your own champion's attack and defense. She can also revive your whole team, filling up their turn meter and enhancing them with attack and defense buffs. Truly an incredible key champion to have going into boss raids. Aethos is also insanely useful, being that he is the king of AoE nukers, with two powerful AoE attacks, one that hits super hard and places a weakened debuff, and the other that hits even harder, hitting all enemies and always critical hitting. Throw some crit damage and crit rate gear on this man and oh my god, you will have a beast of a champion. And if you manage to get your hands on Ultimate Death Knight, you can instantly update him. Use the code DKRISES for a bunch of free items to level your Ultimate Death Knight all the way to level 50 and 5-star Ascension. And if not, don't worry, this promo code has enough resources for any great champion you have. And right now, Raid's running an amazing trick-or-treat Halloween promotion where new players can win a bunch of real-life and in-game prizes, including $1,000 Amazon gift cards. All you need is your Raid player ID. Just download Raid with my link in the description, then head to trickortreat.plarium.com, enter your details, spin the wheel, and get your prize. This special event will be running from October 15th to November 5th, and once it's over, so get your prizes now. There's never been a better time to get started. New players, use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack worth almost $30, a free champion Verges, and also this cool in-game loot. You will find these rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only, and remember, you can now download this free game by using my QR code on screen or links below to download Raid yourself. And the best part, it's available on mobile and PC. The first update I have to include has to be Sea of Thieves' first ever major content update. The introduction of the Megalodon and the Build Rats edition were introduced only 3 months after the release of the game in May 2018. Wait, is that 3 months? I don't even know. This was Rare's first major content update, bringing their first time-limited event where you'd have to complete a quest, not by following a map, but by finding clues to summon and kill the Megalodon, requiring the cooperation of at least 2 pirate crews. After finding all of the clues, players would return to Merrick and receive the new instrument, the drum, and they would all join in playing his shanty, now known as Summon the Megalodon. This song would have to be carried to a common location where 5 players would have to join in simultaneously, which would summon the Megalodon. This update was definitely the spark in the fire that would become time-limited events, and a precedent to come. Definitely one of the more momentous updates to come thus far, but we're only just getting started. The second update we're going to talk about is the Cursed Sails. Often overlooked and forgotten about when talking about content updates, but the reason this was so game-changing is because it introduced 2 key features into the game: skeleton ships and the Brigantine. Skeleton ships being an occasional PvE world encounter where you would have to fight an AI ship of skeletons with cursed balls, being awarded a variety of loot upon defeat. And the Brigantine being the most meta-shifting update ever brought to the game, introducing a ship manned by 3 players with the features of hyperspeed and near-instant sharp-angled turns, the benefits of a galleon and sloop in one. This update also brought their second time-limited event, giving players the opportunity to explore the lore behind the skeleton ships, battling them at outposts and winning region-specific rewards. The Forsaken Shores update is the only one to ever expand the world beyond the border of the Shroud. As implied by the name, it was the introduction of a long-lost region, the Devil's Roar. Added in September 2018, it unsurprisingly contained another time-limited event, which rewarded time-limited rewards such as the Forsaken Ashes weapons and ship set for exploring this new region and unlocking its secrets. On top of this, we saw the introduction of the trusty rowboat. And I don't think I need to explain what this is, but all you need to know is that this changed the game forever, changing how people attacked stealing loot and created a different style of gameplay never seen before. Next is the Sea of Thieves Anniversary Update. This update introduced the arena, fishing, tall tales, the harpoon, and varying ship damage into the game. The arena being a gladiator fight in which you are trapped within a portion of the world and forced to fight other crews for points in order to win and level up the Sea Dogs faction, which would reward exclusive arena-only cosmetics. Tall tales being, you know, Tall Tales, a storyline for the game providing lore on the world, as well as the introduction of everybody's favourite company, the Hunter's Call, because we all love catching ruby splashtails, right? Oh, and how can I forget? Possibly one of the largest PvP changes, varying ship damage, allowing the destruction of the ship's mast, capstan, and wheel. Definitely one of their biggest updates, and one of the most significant in history. The Heart of Fire update was one of the biggest updates in the game in my opinion, not because of the tall tale in the name of the update, but because of the way PvP was changed forever. Alongside the Heart of Fire tall tale, the Ashen Curse was brought into the game, a brand new fan favourite curse that I'd argue is more loved than the Gold Curse, as well as being much easier to get. On top of this, chain shots and blunderbombs were added into the game, adding the ability to instantly knock down a ship's mast, disabling them and applying insane pressure during a fight. One of the most creative and game-changing additions to the game thus far. On top of this, blunderbombs were added, being a knockback AoE projectile, allowing the ability to instantly knock any enemy away or off of cannons, pushing their ship in a different direction, and doing 50% health on direct impact. Definitely one of my favourite updates ever. Moving on to the penultimate update. The Ships of Fortune update was the most game-changing update to come to Sea of Thieves. Expanding off of the anniversary update, the Ships of Fortune update introduced major changes to the game, such as increased trading company ranks, new trading company cosmetics, an emissary system, player reviving, a new company, and a complete overhaul to the arena game mode. The main focus of this update resides with the addition of the emissary system and the new company. The emissary system is where a player decides to represent a company of their choosing, earning various benefits such as increased payouts and reputation gains for company-specific treasure items, and the new company being the Reaper's Bones, and we all know how that story goes. To finish off this update, they also added in reviving, the ability to resurrect your crew upon their untimely passing, bringing them back into the fight. This update changed the way the game was played forever, and is likely what brought a lot of players to the game. Finally, the largest, most anticipated update of the past 4 years to come to Sea of Thieves. Season 7, the Captaincy update. Introducing features such as becoming the official captain of your own ship and being able to name your ship, a new company known as the Sovereigns, a full log ship logging all of your adventures on your captained boat, and finally, advanced ship customization. Captaining a ship allows you to customize it in ways never done before, being able to reach milestones which reward you trinkets and artifacts to decorate the interior of your ship in thousands of different and unique styles, as well as being able to change the design of the voyage tables, curtains, beds, and much more. On top of this, you can now name your boat whatever you please, within reason, creating your own pirate lore and storyline in whichever way you want. The customization of this update is truly limitless, and that's not even mentioning the Sovereigns, a company which accepts all loot, meanwhile leveling up the corresponding trading companies with the loot provided. But thankfully, this has no emissary option. I find the addition of the Sovereigns rather controversial, as it allows players to sell their loot almost instantly, allowing for less risk when running from enemies, especially since there is an option to dock a rowboat on the Sovereign's tent doorstep. Regardless, this update is by far the most engaging in recent times, and was very worth the wait. That's all for this video. Let me know what your favourite update was in the comments, and if you think I missed any off of the list, and I may make a part 2. Remember to check out Raid Shadow Legends in the description and pinned comment for 10 years of good luck. I'll see you guys in the next video.